Welcome to another quarterfinal series of the Wisdom of Thoth tournament. $1,000 on the line. 4 people will be paid out, so quarterfinals, that means that whoever advances here is guaranteed cash. Grass the Kid gonna try for that. He's going with Oranos. On the other side, his opponent Nullus, several times tournament winner, going with Hades. Tough opposition for sure for Grass, but if anything, he's probably the most improved person overall for a really long time, actually. I mean, he's like 16 years old, right? So getting into such an old game like this must be a strange experience, but he's learning fast, which is exactly how he's gotten here. Just heavily committing to improving his knowledge and going for the Oranos route certainly makes that stuff a little bit easier. There's certainly a cap on that at the higher levels, but the ease of getting into it certainly is nice. Nullus, however, will be able to rely on his experience in this game. And he seems to like a lot to go Hades in the first match of each series. That's actually really interesting to see. It's a pattern I've spotted in a while. Getting the greenery now. Hunting in 2 locations is nice. Not a whole lot of hunts here on this Ghost Lake, but there's just enough to get by. Obviously, that's great news for Oranos, the Thermo-spamming Civ. Haven't found any relics yet. The TCs are positioned totally differently for the both sides. Nullus is more horizontal, Grass is more together and vertical. Hey, we just hit the follower goal, I think, here on Twitch. 2,500 followers. Should be a bit of fireworks in the chat in a second. Though I'm not seeing it pop. Strange. Well, thanks guys anyways. That's a nice little milestone to have. We've been going for just about 2 years. A little bit more. It's great to see. Hopefully many more. Obviously we're really hyped for Retold. Things are a bit slow in the Age of Mythology community these days, but no wonder. I mean, we're not getting any news. So I suppose that will change. I would really hope so. And that we'll have many, many tournaments to bring you in Retold. I assume there will be a lot more people watching as well, which will help us make them bigger. In fact, we're planning to segregate them by skill levels. So essentially building a tier list of players and assigning them to certain leagues where they can all play against appropriate opponents. Tower of Status is a great relic for Ajax. Yeah, and we're thinking of... oh, I mean, not for Ajax, for Hades. Stacking the tower bonuses. Anyway, I'm thinking we can create 3 categories there, which we've recently posted a news article for. It would be Amateur League, Rising Star League, and Pro League. Each with their own appropriate players. Can't wait. Ajax doing some pretty good damage here, especially with the help of the Scout. The Scout should probably be more worried about body blocking the villagers than body blocking the Ajax, though. Getting in to do the damage first. Not that valuable, it's only 2 DPS. Oracle finds the villager, but Chiron is here for the defense. Chiron can shoot down the Promethean offspring with ease. If he can figure out his accuracy. Switching targets this often is actually not good for archer units, as they'll reset their accuracy. Chiron starts with 85%, and each successive shot will increase the accuracy by 15%. So the third shot should hit. But it's possible to get 2 misses in a row, which is awful. Anyway, TC comes up. There's nothing that Grass can do about it now. Zom. I'm so sad we can't hear that effect unless we select the player. But yeah, Zom. Relic has been delivered. There's another one. Staff of the Anisis for villager food carrying capacity. The Ajax is spotted though by the Terma. Oh, get the hero! It would have been such a good trade actually. The Terma hero literally costs more than Ajax, so. Always take the trade. Chiron can never pick him off from the distance. That is a nice bonus to have. It's got 6 track ratings, so even these Oranos Terma heroes can be hit. Question in the chat. Sub here or my personal channel? I don't stream much on my personal channel. It depends. If you want the emotes, then do whichever you prefer. If you're looking for perks, our website subscriptions are way more generous on that front. You can check that out. Or actually, that's probably it. Yeah. If you're just looking to support the tournaments, then you can donate to tournaments. There's all sorts of things. But appreciate the question. Zom. Vaults of Erebus coming in, generating a little bit of gold, and thank you for the sub then. Next Efferson, much appreciated. But yeah, as for my personal channel, I'm not a huge fan of Twitch these days with the stuff they're doing. I think it's necessary for meta plays. I don't think it's necessary for my personal channel, so I'm looking to switch over to more YouTube-based streaming there. At least try it out for a longer period of time, see what happens. Might multi-stream to several platforms from there, because actually YouTube allows that, Twitch does not. It's an interesting balance that they've got. The balance is all 50-50 according to Twitch. We're in this together. We're Amazon, please help us. We're so weak. Anyway, Ajax has picked off the tower getting bullied next. What are my thoughts on Kick? See, I think Kick gets a lot of flack because their investors and owners are affiliated with Stake, a gambling company. But then you look at what Amazon does to their workers, and suddenly I think many people would realize that the morality situation is really not that different between the two. So, do I prefer the company where a lot of the revenue and funding comes from gambling, or prefer the one where modern slavery is actually a discussion topic? Where they're really on the edge of being problematic with it. Legally speaking. Morally speaking, they're definitely in trouble. But do I have a preference between the two? Whoever supports their creators better. That's Kick right now. So might explore something there. I don't think there's a strategy game audience there, which makes it hard to actually commit to it. Which is why I'm personally interested in YouTube, which lets me also turn on Kick. Twitch is like, no, our streamer. They don't let you. Pick your poison. That's kind of, yeah, that's a good summary. Pick your poison. Because certainly both are, I wouldn't say morally bankrupt, but like pretty damn close. Deleting the Chiron, just to get it back at full health. Not a bad choice by Nullus, I like that. But with Grass being at 3 TCs behind this, I mean, his only weakness at this point is gold mines. And it seems like Nullus is building up a really nice composition of Hippicon and Hoplites, which is exactly what you want to do here. He's got the economy for it, there's no issue with that. Even Granary is getting put down because the forest is too close to the town center, so he wasn't able to make perfect windmills. He's able to somewhat at home, at the main TC, so that's nice. But yeah, the Hippicon Hoplite is super tough for Oranos to deal with, and it really necessitates a good mix between Catapulties, Myrmillos, and just enough Terma to deal with any potential Toxotes, which there are going to be some now. If the Terma number can be thinned out, then the Toxotes become a real threat. Without it, not so much. Obviously, the Terma absolutely delete Toxotes. They have a massive multiplier against them. You've got medium hoplites on the field as well. Which are gonna be great. The hoplites have a 50% bonus multiplier against medium Terma. Bite them directly like this and the Terma will get their butts kicked. Oh, with Restoration 2 on top, wow. Nullus is now maxed out. He can go for the gold control, and he is going for the gold control. One citizen will undoubtedly fall here. I really like the Toxotes over there as well. The manor is no longer safe. Grass is not gathering any gold. This might be a gold starve situation. Definitely looking super tough. There's just a handful of Toxotes, just enough to be annoying, just enough to want some Terma for. But now they're turning their attention to the gold mine, and Grass once again has ejected the villagers. They're getting pretty weak there. Another thing you can do is just kite around with the Hippicons to take some damage from the Terma away. Lots of arrows will be missing, as these guys have 5.5 speed. Terma track rating is 5. Hoplites are getting right on top of the Terma and they're melting away. Even through the shockwave, it doesn't matter. They just don't have the DPS for this kind of fight. This is heavyweight business with the Hoplites and Hippicons. Hoplites doing way more damage, by the way, DPS than the Hippicons do against Terma here. Absolutely brutal. So, the gold mines are cleaned up, essentially. Toxotes will be able to finish off that citizen. And there's one more mana left, not that it contains anything. Grassengroom sneaking the top gold mine, but I think Nullus might be actually able to see this. Hold on, let's... He can see that the gold mine is being gathered from, he can't see the villagers, that's actually bonkers. What he can see though is that these polar bears are dead. There's a problem with hiding information about animals in Age of Mythology. If they're dead, you do not see a health bar. If they're... Yeah, see? If they're alive, you see the health bar. It's very annoying. Bit of fog of war cheating, if you like. No, it's available for everyone, so it's not cheating. It is what it is. Nullus is doing super well here, and this might be the killing blow. The citizens getting pulled into this. I mean, they have a lot of health, so they can certainly tank here. But, you know, the hoplites coming in with their shields. Curse is being used, and that's gonna be it. That got rid of all of Grass's units, and he knows he needs to tap out of here. Nullus takes game 1. Very cleanly done. Very cleanly done. Grass will need to do a lot more damage in the early classical age next time if he goes Atlantean again against Nullus's Greek. Well, 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 if it isn't the Atlantean crew, we've got a mirror. Oh boy. Well, there's certainly place for Uranus on Alfheim, I would say. Awesome person in the chat says that Ati is, in general, falling out of the meta outside of Mediterranean with Kronos. I don't completely disagree. I think the low hunt maps generally work out. That was really cleanly done by Nullus in the last game, however. And Grassengroom didn't do any damage. Alfheim might be a little bit more doable, where the town centers can be controlled, but if you was efficiently as a Greek player, you'd be probably just as fine. It's very difficult to break through the layers and layers of walls, but Atlantean mirror now. So I guess these guys do agree at least that Alfheim lends itself to the Atlanteans. You got all these cows, whole lot of almost no hunt. There's a decent patch back here of 4. I think it was 5 until the deer was actually eaten up. But the Boots of Kick Everything Relic for faster heroes. Got the Trios Bow for archer range. Chiral Ballista are affected too. Got the Armor of Achilles for hack armor for infantry. And the Pelt of Argus for unit line of sight. Of course, people aren't gonna necessarily go for hunting dogs. Grass did. Nullus a little bit more cautious about that, knowing that there's not that many huntable animals. He's just not gonna do it. Are there like no berries here? No, there should be plenty. They're just all in the black fog. Oh, let's do that. That's so much better. Okay, Nullus is gonna have the faster advance thanks to skipping on hunting dogs. But my goodness, Grass has a lot of cows. Nothing like that over in Nullus's base, so yeah, Grass very lucky to find all these. The Oracle Wars shall begin soon. And Nullus is first by far. Look at this Grass. Man, he's gonna be like 40 seconds off the age advance. Ay, ay, ay. Betty Vicious, he was Kronos right now and had focus and the time shift to temple and more oracles and whatnot. This will be annoying. They also got Shockwave. Oh my goodness, that citizen's in trouble. Speed walk! Run, 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 run. Slow down. Run, 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 run. This crazy how useful that is. Well, now the berry picking commences. The TC will help. Just a few more seconds of this for Grass. He's just gonna go for the cow. It's fine. You eat the one cow, the other 10 are still gonna wait for you. Sorry, it's like 12 cows. I don't know what happened to that one there. But anyway, Oracle heroes are now in. Prometheans in. One military barracks, one counter barracks. Everything's as it should be. Nullus will be able to leave this though. I mean, his only job here really was to push the villager off of hunt. And he did that. Using Shockwave, maybe a little bit excessive, considering the damage he got done. But he gets the relic, which is nice. 10 10% extra speed on heroes is pretty bonkers. Grass has some pretty good base building here, securing his gold mine very nicely. So Nullus is gonna have to wait for some bigger engagements, which at some point will happen, no doubt. And there it is. Is he gonna pick up the rest? Definitely should, I think. Especially line of sight is very useful. So many cases in AOM where your line of sight just isn't enough because you either weren't on spread formation or you're just losing lower line of sight units and you run past some villagers that you almost have seen, but they just get away by being ninjas. Now this 6 line of sight, you've seen that jump on the LOS. This is meaningful. These guys have 19. These guys have 25. It's pretty good. Already looking for the second gold mine, seeing if Grassengroom is gonna sneak. No sneak just yet, but I'm sure it will happen. First Carabalista shows up. Might be a little early for it. I think Nullus agrees. Getting second counter racks instead, which is gonna mean more Terma. Now bear in mind, these Carabalists are not particularly tanky units, so you get a Promethean on top. That's a yikes. That said, Nullus could get shockwaved here. Yep, that hurts. That hurts. Several Terma will die. Grass doing his best to trap the remaining units that are trying to escape. Kind of works out a little bit. A few hits go through. Pretty important to micro everything onto the right targets. But almost seems to me like Nullus is coming out equal from these engagements. He's got the buildings nearby now. I guess he's also gonna lose his Carabalista, which is a pain point here. Ooh, the rallies need to be fixed. Grass might be able to just push down the middle here, really, and gold starve after. Still 1700 gold left. But bear in mind, only a few villagers were on gold until now. So it didn't go away very quickly. Now it will go away with 5 citizens on it, and I'm pretty sure they have pickaxe. Oh no, they don't. What? Mother Nature itself is against Nullus. Finds a relic. That's definitely a nice one to pick up. It's half an armory upgrade for infantry. These Morbillo getting wrecked. Oh, the 2 Carabalists are absolutely gonna slap him. Well, actually slapping happening by the Promethean, but you get what I mean. Carabalista versus Carabalista matchup, not something I'm a huge fan of here. Should just add in more Prometheans at that point. Which is happening. Do they slap or shred? They shoot, man. They pierce. Yeah. That's it. And they miss a lot of shots. Holy crap, they miss a lot of shots. They pepper. If you're a Promethean, they tickle. Oh, big fight going down once again. Nullus going with Prometheans on top of the Carabalista. It's exactly what we needed to see here. Need some heroes, however, to take care of the enemy Prometheans, but seems like he can get the job done. The Terma picked off the other Terma. What a mess. But overall, Nullus is coming out ahead, and Grassengroom dropping down 10 population below that of Nullus. And if this continues, I think he might just give up. He's down 12 pop. The gold mine is about to expire. Very close to that point, and he didn't secure yet the new one. Whereas Nullus, he's ready to go. He's in fact just sent forward 2 villagers. Sorry, already 4 villagers have been sent out. He's very nicely sliced this. Well, what about second gold mine grass? Okay, he's just started. He's got 2 villagers on it. But I think Nullus is gonna sniff this out. He knows that this is not the one. He knows these are not the ones, nor this. So it has to be this. By a process of elimination. $115 population. Shouldn't be very difficult to deal with, whatever this is. The conglomerate of Grassengroom units not looking all that hot right now. All those Prometheans he has to deal with. Let's see God powers. Grass has a shockwave available. That's nice. Nullus? We gonna go or what? Grabbing a second TC. Oh, he's waiting out a big population jump. And then might go heroic behind that. But letting Grass have that gold mine for free like this, I don't know. All these Caraballista could wreck the infantry, I feel like. And the shockwave was pretty good. It's turning things around somewhat. The Promethean getting on top of the Caraballista again. And Grass kind of clawing his way back into this game, despite Nullus soon having the second TC. This is looking like something he can hold on to now. We'll need the second TC himself, of course. Nullus now controlling more than enough gold mines to last him a lifetime. If he slaps down an armor, he can soon go heroic. Needs a little bit more food. Right now, busy spending the economy on remaking units, of course. Got 6 Caraballista versus 6. What is going on? Probably one of the best things you can do with these is just shoot each other. Like Caraballista on Caraballista, I mean. They don't have a lot of health, they have 4 projectiles. So they'll each be doing more than 1 damage, I'm pretty sure. Considering that the actual animation takes a long time. Seven Caraballista. Is this 8 Caraballista? They really like this unit, man. It's 4 population for these. I would much prefer some more Prometheans with alluvial clay and stuff. Neither player got that, by the way. Looks like Grass is gonna be the first to heroic age. If he clicks in, he's got the armory. But right now he needs to hold the gold mine, and kind of shooting Prometheans with the Caraballista is not gonna work out. Nullus is doing a much better job of building a big concave and using his full range on his units to pepper this army. But he's run out of steam for now. The villagers are too spooky to fight against with the Carabalista. He's gonna have to run. Oh, that would be a good pick-off right there. You see, the citizens are big enough to hit with multiple arrows. It's two great pickoffs right now. 23 citizens to 17. So Nullus is certainly right on top of the gas pedal, putting military barracks forward. In heroic, he will be able to run with a bunch of Quintarius, I assume. Maybe a third town center if he's really feeling adventurous. Why are Chirobalistas not getting affected by Geyser in Extended Edition? Good question. I think siege weapons in general are immune, and these guys are siege weapons, so that might be it. Should that be the case? Probably not. I mean, why would it be the case? It's kind of weird. Yeah, the China stuff, there's a lot of patching for these little things of, oh, does it affect X and Y as well? Should it? It's like, I don't know, it needs exploration, needs several patch cycles. But now all these Carabalista are toast. Good job by Grass coming back here, but what is he gonna do about this third TC situation? What does he do about the citizen situation? He's down hard. Are destroyers affected? Destroyers are infantry. That doesn't count. They're just infantry with bonus against buildings. That's not a siege. Dryads showing up. Grass making them too now. What an absolute mirror game. Everything's the same. Except no Quintarius for Nullus. He's instead going for destroyers. Another shockwave going down, not particularly the most effective one I've ever seen. Town center's halfway built. The Dryads are getting on top of the Carabalista, getting more than their money's worth. But there is a nice Arcus hero in the back here, taking them out. Looks like Nullus is winning the fights pretty hard though. Now getting bronze shields. Fortified town center as well with 3 TCs. That's going to be a huge population advantage against Grass, who's not getting his third, even though he's well aware of this. He's not doing it on his own, thinking that he can maybe make a push happen, but here's the thing. You can't afford losing units. If you have a citizen, a good economy behind it, as well as the population space, you will remake that army, no problem. This isn't exactly a pushing group, this is Arcus. You're not going to destroy the town center with that. So, I really like Nullus' position here. Even if he lost everything here, he would just remake it and it would be fine. Brass soon needing to think about the next gold mine with these guys. Of course, you can just make a sky passage and teleport up here, basically. I think really Grass is on his last leg. 92 population to 144, and Nullus is just growing bigger and bigger. Don't think Grass can stop him at this point. Once Nullus maxes out, he can also just go mythic, place down the Tartarian gate somewhere annoying, and end the game just like this. 2-0 so far. Grass only has one more chance to make it into the next round. And he'll need to win 3 games in a row against Nullus. That is a tall order, man. Look at how much he got outgathered. Absolutely bonkers. Mediterranean. Could be the last game of this guy over here, Grassengroom. He's gonna be picking Gaia. Definitely a high risk move. On the other side, we've got our Kronos player, Nullus. Definitely much more of a meta pick here. Keep in mind, this stock is about to be deconstructed and Nullus will be up in the fishing ship count already. Imagine if that Oracle had gotten to see it just a second sooner. Definitely not going to be a third fishing ship here for Grass. Can't expect to deconstruct any second. Guess he's just being annoying with it, waiting for that third fishing ship to be out. Wait, what? No, it's not going to deconstruct it? What is this? He's allowing the free fishing ships, though. That is so strange. Anyway, Grass will easily rebuild this now. He got the resource drop-offs. Thanks, Kenzie Maffy, for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. So, with the Gaia Forest trees, you do gather the wood a lot faster. Let's get a quick comparison here. It's 2.56 on the normal wood and 2.73 on the Gaia trees. So eventually, that will manifest itself in a production advantage, but we'll see when exactly. Might not actually be happening. Especially if Nullus time shifts over his temple and follow-up buildings and starts bullying Grass. This gold mine is relatively exposed and you can certainly get rid of that tower over there very easily. If he can control the gold mines, he can control the game. Grass might need to turn his own oracles into heroes and he'll have to deal with like focus oracles and whatnot. The 6 citizens are done. Time to redistribute and go classical with Prometheus and Leto. There's the time shift. Oh, it's very much in Grass's face. But it's not like you can do much about it. Not as Gaia. Just let it happen, right? We'll have the automaton. And that's about it. Actually, the God power itself isn't gonna help. Spider layer won't be able to do much. As for Kronos players going up to, I assume, all the fishing ships here. Because why not? Why wouldn't he? Focus getting researched. Curious, are we not gonna see an extra oracle? Might as well go up to 5 here and actually deny the gold mining. Pace off way quickly. Okay, gets the citizen maybe. But Oceanus is about to be done, so I have to wait, he switched to Oceanus? Oh, I wasn't looking. Okay. Well, that's nice. I guess have some healing. Have the Carnivora. That's a decent defense. Not quite sure why Nullus is going specifically for this sentry tower. Oh, he's gonna attack the dock. Man, he's really confident in his Bireme micro then, because he's gonna have to deal with the extra servant too. Oracle's not really able to do much. It's a pretty equal situation on the water too. Of course, the servant will always heal up the ships. And Carnivora gets to clap the Bireme. Okay, the tower's down, and now going for the temple. Grass isn't gonna defend it with his own oracles or anything like that. And so far, our Chronos player getting pushed back on the water. This is looking pretty good for our Gaia. But the temple loss would be an issue. Just opens up a lot of ground. Will have to be rebuilt later, so that's some guaranteed damage. But the Bireams are doing a pretty good job. Well done to Grass. He can heal those up with his 2 healers. I always thought the Servant could use a speed buff, by the way. It's painfully slow at 5.5 speed. Especially considering that you're using it with Bireams, right? So it doesn't really... The Caladria has 6 speed. Feels so much better to use. Where you see this, it got him 1 attack and it's dead against a bunch of Bireams. Can't really run away. So the temple's down and now the dock's next. The deconstruct has happened already. This could be Nullus's time to shine. Got 13 ships versus 15. So it will take a moment still to get back up there. But as he's got the 2 docks, he's trading faster. Triple dock attempt from our Gaia player. He's down 1 citizen somehow. I'm not sure what happened here. Was he housed for a while? Or was it just straight up by 1 villager, man? That's bonkers. Carnivora is gonna go down. Gaia player does not have food. This might be due to the ship disadvantage as well. Oracles are kind of diving into the TC. That's an unintended move. Second Carnivora is up. Gets 1 ship kill at least. And that is just an anchor. 16 Bireams versus 19. But Grass's ones are really hurt. He needs to go back to heal. Does have the Caladria, so should be no issue. Yeah, some really nice income advantage for Nullus. He can just keep going with the ships. Play it safe. Max out eventually. He's got no more manors to build. And now it's all about the pullback macro. He's got the numbers, I think. Oh god, he's overpulling. But Grass is kind of going in deeper into the concave, and that's a problem. Bireams are doing a great job pulling back, and yeah, Grass has been obliterated on the water. He's got 15 ships remaining. Nullus is 19 now. Of course, more will be trained. Only 3 citizens on gold is not enough. You kind of need that 4 that Nullus is doing. Caladria hasn't been active the whole time. I'm not sure where she's been, but she sure would have been useful in here, healing up the weak ships. Grasser ships seemed rather weak. But Nullus has some damage ones too. If Grass can micro onto those specifically, I don't know, man. Nullus is doing the same thing. But he's pulling back and that's hurting him a lot. Losing 2 ships to that. Gonna use his docks as a defensive anchor. That firepower is certainly helping him out a lot. Carnivora is getting put down though, and that's a problem. Still, the docks are helping just as much. Can fairly easily move away from it, and the Carnivora is dead. Can Grass actually push here? That's 17 ships versus 15. It's sounding good in terms of DPS, but his health. It's a lot of fresh ships from Nullus coming out of the docks after all. And the dock, one dock is still shooting. All of Grass's ships are going down. This might be it. I'm not sure he'll keep going for much longer with that. Bear in mind, Nullus had a 2 fishing ship advantage the whole time. Granted, they are garrisoned, but still. Gold mine's going to run out soon. Where is the temple, by the way? Oh, it's still here. The temple should be able to spot any villager movement. I was kind of giving up on this for the moment. Yeah, Grass did a good job getting his units back, by the way. Very clean. So shifting over a lot of villagers to the Gaia trees. He does have better income there. But he's down 2 citizens now. I don't know how this happened. He doesn't have enough food income, I guess. He's spending everything on the ships. Got 1 chicken villager on land. And 3 fishing ships. It's kind of not enough. So it's nice for Grass that he's winning the water, but I think Nullus is just gonna hide his biremes in the docks. Let this happen for now. And pick off several of these biremes with the docks. And then suddenly pop out with like 20 ships. It's gonna be busted. They're almost the same in population now. I was already gonna do it now? Whoa. He's got 15 ships against 21. Might have been a bit early. Should have gotten the count. It's so important on this map. Numbers are almost everything. These ships are fully healthy, but still Grass just has more ships. It's more DPS. And the killing power is pretty exponential there, as you keep reducing the DPS of the other army as you're killing stuff. Nullus once again gets owned on the water. But can Grass actually keep this gold mine secure? Nullus with the town center grab. I think he's given up on water now. Oh no, he's making another fleet. Oh my god. This is his third attempt to take it back. Grass running out of Gaia trees. Does he have any more? Must have like 1 more. Maybe 2. Should be just the 1 though. Of course, you will put it right on top of his villagers so he doesn't need to keep walking. Making the last manor. Oh, notice I don't know about this. 17 versus 14. It's doable because they're all weak. Somehow Nullus is up by 4 citizens. Oh my god, the income of Grass just hasn't been enough. Finally he's got some fishing ships out, but now they're about to be raided down. Nullus's bireams. Not shooting, they're chasing. And every time Nullus is doing these big pullbacks, he's getting just shot at, and it's pretty brutal. Man's going 3 town centers. Grass starting to follow there. Counter barracks and military barracks are coming up soon. Stuff will come out of that and potentially bully this second gold mine area, but it's not like Grass can't defend himself. It's this giant villager difference that's the problem. Nullus has had a substantial food economy on land. He's eating up his pigs. And I assume he's gonna start some hunting up there. The ships are just to buy time to make this transition work. It's almost maxed out on villagers on land. 25 is the limit, guys. And Nullus once again destroyed on water. I think he's done now with this. Can the free TC transition that's faster, however, pull him back? He could go up to Raya. He could get Behemoths out. This temple is forgotten for whatever reason. Grass never really cleaned it up. So if there's a double Behemoth heading to his main in like a few minutes, that would be a huge issue. It looks like we're just gonna have a land battle. With an eco advantage for our Kronos. Well, not for long, as the remaining fishing ships will be destroyed. So Grass kind of catching up now. Three TCs are done. He's got the second gold mine to secure himself with. But Nullus is feeling fairly comfortable. He's getting plow for himself, for his farms. He's got a big enough eco. You don't need the water once you have 25 citizens. It's good enough. He's getting up a palace. Seems the temple is staying where it was. And he might just go for it. There's a huge fleet for Grass that's stopping him from making the citizens. So Nullus just keeps getting further and further ahead in the economy department. Although those 11 ships probably make up for it. At least somewhat. Temple was time shifted back. Nullus isn't actually clicking up to heroic, he just keeps making units, man. More and more military barracks. He thinks he can take the TC. I kind of believe him. Grass messing up. That's 28 population of bireams on the water. Nullus can actually take this. Just needs to keep shooting the units. Murmillo could just be attacking the TC. I thought this was a palace, it was just a temple. Or whatever. There's no heroic. Grass is trying to do it. But he's about to lose his TC for it. Absolutely brutal. The gold mine won't be a big issue for now. And Nullus won't be able to build on this for a moment as there's lush. Does it actually reach far enough though? Like, I'm not sure this military barracks actually reaches all that far. It's growing. Ooh, I'm not sure it will reach far enough. Okay, finally grass starting to delete. There were more ships. Oh my god. Well, now that he has units, maybe there's a chance. But Raya is coming in, Heart of the Titans is coming in. What I'd really like to see is actually a time shift of the temple again to the other side. But maybe Nullus will just attempt this directly. He's getting Heart of the Titans. Really interesting to see that. It's usually not an upgrade that people get. It takes forever to pay itself off. And the favor you just never get back. Okay, Raya's almost done. That traitor seems like a misclick. That probably was gonna be meant for the bird. Gets the Chiral Ballista instead. Oops. That wasn't supposed to be like this. Well. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Nullus and the nerves. He's securing his guaranteed payout, man. It's all good. Going after them birds. Two Arcus heroes will make easy work of that. Honestly, I don't see how Grass can hold this now. The population disadvantage is just painful. I think he still has some ships. So even that is hurting. He's got way more in the economy as well. Now the behemoth is healing itself up. And there are birds being remade, but the Arcus are still right here. They can deal with this. But look at that bird damage versus behemoths. Even though it's got a 75% pierce armor, these guys deal plus 200% against Mythonians. They're heroes of their own. Ah, the palace is a little bit too little too late. There are no units to defend it. Catapulties? Oh god. They're just the worst Murmillo, man, in this fight. Heavy Murmillo will absolutely slap them. These are basic catapulties too. It's not Chronos Myth units that regenerate, guys, in chat. It's the Behemoth specifically. It has a 2 regeneration per second. Not the others. The other Atlantean Mythians that regenerate are if you go Hecate and you get Mythic Rejuvenation as the upgrade. Not many people do that anymore, but you can even get a Titan to regenerate. That was a big deal back in the day. It's not being done anymore as much. Now we barely see any Titans at all. Caraballists are gonna wreck the destroyers, easy peasy. Heavy destroyers as well for Nullus versus basic ones. For Grass could go after the palace at this point and go starve, which is exactly what's happening. These citizens are looking pretty damn weak to me. Trying to repair the palace, it will heal itself somewhat. And that should be a pretty full gold starve. Nullus has got himself almost no armory upgrades, it's just shields. He's basically got the palace. He's got enough Murmillos to beat trouble. Just one citizen kill, maybe two. Oh, he clicked off. Come on. Grass is going to give up though. He doesn't feel he can defend himself, and fair enough, he can't. Nullus takes the series 3-0 and moves on into the semifinals. Grass just, I don't know, man. He kept cutting corners around villager production, and Nullus just outdid everything that Grass could. Look at this economy graph. This is the cost of missing villagers. Yeah, pretty brutal. Almost a 10,000 difference there. More like 6,000, but still. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.